looks like us.
So if it
The real one looks like us.
just stop and then Chris
Yeah, he
go back to
does.
the camera and play it again, yeah? Okay.
No, the God doesn't come from anywhere except the omnipotency of the heavens. Alright? He's the one that sits upon the circle of the earth. I'll show you. Get me Isaiah chapter 40. I think it's 40 and this is where the Most High comes from. Give me Isaiah 66 and 1. Where does God come from? Let's find it. Salaki, it's not that.
Well, 66
Isaiah 44:22. Isaiah 66 and 1. This is where the Most High comes from.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44 and verse. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
So the Most High comes from the heavens. He sits on the circle of the earth. Go on.
The inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. As grasshoppers.
So yeah, the inhabitants of the earth is just like little insects. Alright?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne.
The what?
The heaven is my throne.
Where does God come from? He comes from heaven. Alright? The heaven is his throne. Right?
And the earth is my footstool.
Exactly.
Where is the house that ye build unto me?
So you can't build any churches. Right? You can't build any churches. God doesn't have a building. He lives in heaven. And he sits on the earth. And he's got the earth is his what?
And the earth is my footstool.
And he cocks his foot up. As a nice, he chills back, he sits on the earth and he puts his foot on earth. Because he's that powerful. You understand? Now let's get the Ancients of Days that sit on the throne. Daniel chapter 7.
Showing you us is the best way to
We're going to show you, man.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
Who's the Ancient of Days? It's the Heavenly Father, okay? The Ancient of Days, he actually sits down. Don't say, oh, God is so powerful, he's just a spiritual, he's just atoms. No, God has an image. We are created in his image.
That's right.
And his image is the ones that look like the Nazarites. The ones that look like the ones that are incarcerated in slaveries. Alright? These are God's chosen people because they broke the commandments, so they was put into slavery. Now they are gang crimes. Now they're single parent households. Now they want to have doggy stringy hair like the damn tarnish people. To tarnish themselves like the Tarish people. You understand? Wow. These are our women. These are our men. These are our people. And these are the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Alright, bowing down to idol worship like damn carver stones. It's the demonic idol worship. You understand? Bring it out,
Salakia. Whose garment was white as snow.
So the garment is white, so he's not white, but his garments are white. Why? Because he is a pure man. Alright? And to be black is to be beautiful according to the book of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 6. Black is a beautiful thing. But in the dictionary, you know what they call black?
No.
They call black wicked, evil, deceitful,
That's not
a crime. But you can tell white lies. Lies are a sin in the Bible. Why can you tell a white lie, but we can get blacklisted and blackmailed? Black is all these sort of wicked things, the targeted words. Salakia, King. But but these things that have been happening to us, right? The Most High says, for what's happened to us, it has to happen back to you. Galatians 5. Salakia, King.
So that's what we're saying. So you said you're Spanish and you're Tari.
Yeah, I'm Mediterranean, so I could be, but I'm a mixture because the Mediterranean is being invaded by the Moors and the Turkish. So there are a mixture of people.
You're not a Moor.
Yeah, the Moors from North Africa, they came into us. And so did the Turks. You know, the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, that's right. so it's a mixture.
So if you're Turkish, that means you're just a bone. You're a Mongol, you're mixed. That means you're a Mongol. To be a pedigree means that you're the one, you're pure, you're not mixed.
Who is pure? Tell me who is pure.
That's right.
It's people of the
There you go. You're right about that. There's not many pure people about, but when you go to the Ethiopians, they would love to claim to be pure. When you go to the Somalis, they would love to claim to be pure. Why? Because they keep their children amongst their children. You see that? Well, there you go. That is what we are. We are the true Jews. But we don't. We don't mix. But we have been mixed. No. We are the people of the book. We are God's chosen people.
You're not German.
This is under God's law, statutes, and God's law, statutes, and commandments. What kind of book? The book of the Hebrew Israelites. The Holy Bible is only about the Hebrew Israelites. Who is the book about?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, only about the Israelites.
Not the Israelis. Not Israelis. Don't say Israeli. It's about the Israelites. The biblical Israelites. Israeli is to pretend to be something. So I can't be an Israeli.
So wait, she's Tarshish. What are you?
Yeah,
So you're Cush.
So you're
She's not pure.
she's not pure either.
She's a Cushite. Only the Israelites
She's
are.
not Arab. She's Ethiopian.
She's this. She's Hamite. She's Hamitic Cush.
You are
Cush. Ethiopia. Yeah, no, Ethiopia.
So she knows her biblical nationality.
And I'm blue. So
In the Bible.
I belong to the blue. So
You see this? You see here?
The blue one.
There are 18 nations. There are 18 nations according to the Most High. In the Bible, it mentions Elam, it mentions Ethiopia, it mentions Edom, it mentions Moab, it mentions Israel. Yeah?
That's right.
Mentioned in the Bible. But there's one Ishmael is mentioned. But there's one nation of people.
And Israel are these are Israelites. These are Israelites. Okay? Because of what the Bible says. These are Israelites. Yeah, these are Israelites.
She's a leprosy. She's a leper.
No, she's not. Yeah, but she's not blonde. She's an Israelite.
She's not naturally. Understand this.
They need to talk about slavery. We need to talk about slavery.
Understand this. Like I was saying, you're Tarshish, yeah? You have to bear the iniquity of your forefathers and your ancestors, what your ancestors have done to us.
So I have to pay for that.
Does God hate?
That's
Let's
right.
ask that question. Does God hate? Does God have enemies?
Oh, we didn't have much
That's
to do with
right.
slavery, I'm sorry.
All right,
Can
I'm not English or American.
No, we're going to show you.
Because in Roman times,
This is the book of Isaiah,
Bring it up.
chapter 14 and verse 1.
Read it up.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob,
Yeah.
That's
and will
right.
yet choose Israel.
So the Most High can have mercy on the people that went through the transatlantic slave trade, the so-called black, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you Latinos. The Most High says He can have mercy upon you.
And will yet choose Israel and
Yeah.
set them in their own lands.
So He's going to set us back in our lands that you took from us.
And
Yeah?
the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the strangers, so use other nation.
Shall be joined with them.
Yeah.
And they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the people shall take them and bring them into their place.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
the house of Israel.
The house of who?
And the
house
house
of
of
Israel.
Israel shall possess them.
Possess who? What?
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
Read up.
And in the land of Yahweh, the servants and handmaids.
Yeah.
And they shall take them captives.
Yeah.
Whose
That's
captives
right.
they
Well,
were.
we're going to take you captive, your forefathers, we're going to
That's
take
right.
you captive for what your forefathers did to us. You Cushite, you Puttite, once you Tarshish, you tarnish people,
God.
the Spanish, not you Hispanic.
And
God.
they shall rule over their oppressors.
Now we're going
That's
to rule
right.
over our oppressors. All praises to the Most High. I ain't even about to do them about the good and stuff. That's their good. If they want you to understand your edification, but no, just because you got that, you're still going into slavery with your ancestors for what you did to us. Now that's thus says the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
right.
And we give all praises for that. All
That's
praises.
right.
Isaiah 14:21. prepare slaughter for his children,
Yeah?
for the iniquity of their fathers,
Yeah.
but they do not rise nor possess the land.
So when we prepare slaughter for them, the second time when the Mashiach comes round, you ain't gonna be able to rise against us.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
All these cities, we're gonna make you tear it down by hand. So you ain't gonna build your cities again. You're gonna build our cities.
For I will rise up against them,
Yeah.
saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the
That's
name
right.
and the remnant of the son and nephew,
Huh.
saith the Lord.
So we're gonna cut Babylon off. Babylon's gonna be utterly desolate.
That's
And it's gonna
right.
be made for the children of Israel. Yeah? Bring this one now.
This is the book of Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7.
Read out.
Be not deceived.
Yeah.
Yahweh is not mocked.
God is not
God.
verbatim.
Be not deceived. God is not mocked.
Son.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
So we
That's
just
right.
read, if you the ones that had us in captivity, the Israelites are gonna have you into captivity back in captivity. For
That's
the
right.
iniquity of your fathers. So we're gonna prepare slaughter. The same way you slaughtered and murdered and raped our innocent babies, stabbing our women, Christopher Columbus, the Spaniards, stabbing our women while they were pregnant, killing their babies and doing it for fun until his arms got tied. The same alligator bait, you know. We're gonna do the same thing to your Yahweh Haba. How we're gonna do that?
This is Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that sheddeth it.
So when
That's
these people
right.
like to ask, how are we going to get reparation? How are we going to see the end of this kingdom? The Most High said the land cannot be cleansed by the blood that has been shed, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the only people that can cleanse this land are the Israelites, by the blood of the heathen.
That's
and we're
right.
going to do that by the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Well said, brother.
That's right.
So that's what's going to happen. So you're sitting there saying, oh,
You can't say it better than that.
yeah, you're all saying, oh, sweet Jesus. Like brother said, Jesus was the name of the boat that brought you into your captivity.
I'm a precept for you, King.
Bring it out.
Exodus 21 and 16.
Bring it out.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him,
But he that stealeth a man and selleth him,
or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
was the so-called black, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians, were they not stolen and put in the hands of a so-called white man and a so-called Arab man? There was an Arab slave trade. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but it was.
Persian,
The Persians,
Babylonians,
the Babylonians, the Syrians,
Egyptians.
Egyptians. These slave trades are happening
That's
in
right.
the 1400s. They took the northern. Huh?
We're not black.
We're not black. We're not black, so we didn't fuck ourselves up. You're going into slavery. You're going into slavery. You're going into slavery. How much are going into slavery?
That's right.
Don't get butthurt because that's the Most High said it.
That's
You're butthurt
right.
now. You've had your time, you ruled over us.
That's right.
Now the truth, get that
Yeah,
precept.
but dog has his tongue up to the Israelites.
Yeah?
This is Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
So who did he think he was to come up and talk to the children, to the Most High chosen people? Yahweh Abahar, that we are his elect, because we're up here.
Most High willing.
Most High willing.
Yeah, we don't know if he's elect.
We don't know who's elect. Like, that's why I said Most High willing, where he's elect. But who is he to come and talk to the children of Israel the way he thinks he can talk to us?
Shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Most High Yahweh doeth put a difference between the Egyptians
So you see the
and
Egyptians?
Israel.
Yeah.
God.
So the modern day Egyptians are the Somalians.
That's right.
That's the modern day Egyptians.
We're not the same.
We're not the same.
We're not the
That's
same.
right.
And that's what, and like what I was saying to the sister, we can't call ourselves black because there's other nations that are dark skinned, but we're not the same.
The real Salakia to cut in. The guys, the Native Americans. You see how they've the Mayan empires. They whitewashed all of the pictures, man. Even when you go to the what's it called, the Renaissance period, all of the Israelites were the saints. They were brown skinned. And then now they read to Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. had to resculpture statues and repaint all of the images, man. So we are the true biblical Israelites, man.
And the only people, the only nation on the earth that still has the original paintings is in the Caucasus Mountains of Russia.
The Russians, man.
The Russians are the only, so that's why the Russians are, they don't like us.
What the Russian icons book is like £12,000.
Exactly.
Why are they books so expensive? Because it's showing us what one.
And what did they say to us in slavery? If you want to hide anything from a so-called black man, where do you put it? In a book. So when we picked up this Bible and we started reading, and we saw some of the scriptures that the pastors were teaching us, we was like, raw. That sounds like a certain nation of people. That's why we're out here to say to our people, blessed is he that readeth and do the laws, because you get understanding. You start to understand that we're not so-called Caribbean, Western savages. We're not these people. We are not what our oppressors called us. We are the true biblical Israelites, the 12 tribes of Yasharala, God's chosen people. Yeah?
Give that Revelation.
Bring that Revelation 1 and 3 again, Brother Cush. You read it earlier for the elder.
Yeah, for real.
When the elder says, I don't read a book, I don't read. Well, read this book.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
So we're meant to pick up this book, blessed is he that readeth. Because when we start to read for ourselves, not from our oppressors, we sit down in the classroom, letting our oppressors read to us, when we read it for ourselves, we start to get understanding from the Most High of who we really are according to the Bible. Get me Isaiah 44:16, Brother Cush. Yeah? Sisters, do you know who your nationality is according to the Most High? Do you love God? You love God, yeah? What does God call you in the Bible, sister? I bet you don't know. Yeah? Make sure you come over.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16.
Read up.
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Do what?
Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
What's the book of the Lord? It's the Holy Scriptures. Yeah?
That's right.
No one of these shall fail.
So nothing in it that he has given us for our edification will fail if we keep the Lord. Yeah?
None shall want her mate.
No other book can compare to the Bible.
No Quran.
No Quran. No
gas.
Yeah? No other book can compare to the Bible. Read.
For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
So his mouth has commanded and his spirit has governed. Because without the Bible, your Western society would not run.
All their religions are based off of the Israelites.
That's right.
They don't know history of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth if it wasn't for the book of Genesis.
You wouldn't even know history if about Abraham, Adam and Eve if it wasn't for the Bible from Genesis. No other book can want her mate can compare to the Bible. Because the Bible has our history, our past, present, and our future. But everybody, they want to skip over the past because they don't want to identify who the true Israelites are. They want to stay in the present, so God so loved the world, and keep their John 3:16 doctrine. We love John 3:16 as well. And they don't want to talk about the future. Because if we talk about the future, we know that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Only one nation of people's captivity was documented through the whole, so the whole mass can see it. No other nation's captivity was documented the way our captivity was documented. So we're trying to wake up our people and tell them, when you watch Ruth, go and read Deuteronomy 28. When you watch this, go and read Isaiah, go read Jeremiah, go to the book of the Lord and you can see it. When you watch 300, read the book of Maccabees. Because it only pertains unto one nation of people. The Most High is only dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel. And we were scattered abroad through the same.
Too many of our brothers in the nation, they're just like they want to be in this kind of leader role. And we're all united in the sense. This is the thing. I'm not saying about humans, I'm talking about in the nation, like even most of the people that are in the States, I'm saying, and it's like this kind of power thing, like where, and you know, like when sometimes you can see brothers, they just try to like, you know, they're proud with it. So they come off in the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? So this is the thing, we just obviously there's people them that are going to take the knowledge, there's people that are not going to take it.
Let's get the James chapter 3. Let's get Ephesians chapter 4. Let's show you something. Because you know when we're dealing with our brothers, we need to be a certain way. We're not finding that. So when the Messiah comes, a lot of these camps, you're not going to really be with them. Because it's like they're not rehearsing with what the accident is like. James 3, James 3 and 13. Start from 1.
This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 1.
Read out.
My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. For in many things,
many masters, many camps. Be not many masters, many camps, right? Go on. No, don't want that.
if any man offend not in the word, if any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body.
See that the whole body is all the camps, all the tribes. Alright? Read over.
This is the book.
Read that one.
Verse 3, behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listens. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things.
Do what?
And boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth, and the tongue is
great amount, a little fire can kindle with something small, and then you're just talking about, yes bro, shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Shalom, Shai. Yeah, oh, how you keeping this? I'll probably have a beautiful Sabbath. Oh bro, just that little word you said, hope you're having a beautiful Sabbath. Oh, we don't keep the Sabbath like that. We keep our Sabbath with the moon. We keep it like this. Your doctrine is off. You're not the elect. If you're not keeping it like this, you ain't got the, you know what I mean?
Reasoning with rather than just saying, yo, like I'm saying, and this is the thing, it's like, this is the word man come up with that understanding, so I'm saying, rather than just saying, well, if you're not with my doctrine, then, like,
all brotherly love, bro.
We know so that the scripture don't teach us to be in arms with our brethren. You know, like that. That's we have to come back to that.
But they know this, they'll pull out, there are scriptures where they'll pull out, if can two walk together lest they be agreed. They'll say a little leaven will leaven up the whole lump. They'll say beware of them, there's sheep that come in, wolves that come in sheep's clothing, false prophets that have, so they'll use all these scriptures, right, to indoctrinate brothers that are younger in the truth, to say, yo, beware of them. Like,
yeah, because I know,
and then those shun brothers, like,
I'm not gonna lie, like older to hard and them man there, I learned a lot from them man there, yeah? But like, what I'm saying is, then when I was working with GMS, them man they're just like, if it's not from their doctrine, then it's like, bro, more of a doctrine.
Then they'll call Tahar, he's prophet, he's Paul or something. They'll say he's Peter or Paul.
Yeah, they say that they're the apostles and
they'll say that they know who they say that they know who they are.
Say you know who you are.
Get me that in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. So you know that verse. You know this one.
Yeah.
Wow. So how do they know who they are?
But like what I'm saying,
how do they know what prophet they are? And then Ezra says this.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days?
He doesn't know who he is in them days, but he knows that he will get regenerated in them times. That's not talking about regeneration. Let's go back onto how we should deal with the tongue, brother.
Yes. Verse 6, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body.
See that? The way you use your tongue to your brothers, right? It can defile everything that you're dealing with, man. Alright, go on, bro.
And setteth on fire the course of nature.
You know in Jeremiah it says that the word is like a fire, right? In Jeremiah. And it says how in Isaiah it says the word is like a sharp sword. Right?
And it's set on fire of hell for every kind of beast and birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed.
It's talking about other nations and stuff and how the word is going to just mash up people, right? Leave it on that.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse
29.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth.
Exactly. Why? Because read verse 22.
Verse 22. Let ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Exactly. Now go back to that verse 29.
Verse
So
29.
we're meant to put off the old ways, man. Not one of the blocks like, and I noticed, I'm not going to be camp recording, but we know how certain camps teach, man. They're like, oh, them motherfuckers, like the way
on some hood shit.
they're still on that
And it's
hood
like
shit,
to their own brothers, like talking about what if you want to go there, then
them niggas, man, them 2-3 niggas. Them 2-3 niggas are gonna, like, bro, they're not meant to talk like this, man. But do you not know that the Most High can take the spirit away from you, like how we done to King Saul, man? King Saul was proud of goodly a man.
That's just showing equals. Is that showing equals amongst the brothers, like amongst your own brothers? Like if we were up here teaching, and another brother came and said, "What's going on?" And he came over and he said, "Ah, what you doing, bro? This is our brother. We're not gonna argue with that brother. We're gonna alright, we didn't know you were teaching here. If you want, you can move our stuff. We're gonna go and teach."
Yeah, you know like that. Say you man are there, and then the man they just stand up right next to you and start shouting, try to shout louder, and all this type of thing.
I'd rather move to another foundation and be humble and be like, bro, take it. You know?
That little block, that little block
reason
thing.
with man, then become a reason man after
That block thing is mad. That block thing is mad. Like who's blocking here, who's teaching here. That's mad. That's all. That's all clout.
That's the corrupt of the tongue, you know. So, Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use for edifying, that it may be ministered grace unto the hearer.
So you got to do edifying, man. Like we were saying, if you got a doctrine, you got a doctrine. If you got understanding, you got understanding. But iron will sharpen iron. Someone's got to be right. You can't have two right people. Someone's right, someone's wrong. And we know that, like we said in the beginning, no, not one of these shall fail, none shall compare, none shall want her mate. If we come with thus saith the Lord, that is written, you can't say your own understanding and say that the moon was created on the what? On the third day, right? On the fourth day, right? So why is the beginning of the Sabbath when the moon comes? When the moon wasn't created on the Sabbath day.